topics in today's party chat episode are God of War Ragnarok potentially, pre-order dates, release date, details of the pre-orders, and more. And on top of that, we're gonna do a Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase mini recap. Yeah, I had to say all that. That was a lot. But guys, Jared here today. Of course, we have another guest. We always bring on guests on this show, but this guest is returning. I think he was here last time. I feel like it's been a minute since we did our party chat with this guest, because I think we actually had a lot of talent was last time. This time he's back. We have James, aka Ironcane. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, pal? Was that your intro? The 1, 2, and then you like one into the topic? Is that the intro?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
Oh, no. It's changing up the format a little bit. Just getting everybody, hey, like this is real quickly what we're going to get into and then dive into it. You know,
Okay.
switching it up, try to have some fun.
Fair,
with it.
I didn't get that last time, so, you know, it was like, it threw me off. I was like, okay, all right, let's go.
Yeah, man, switch it up. So real quick, before we jump into the very first topic, which was God of War, tell me anything, game that you played recently, hit me with one.
Recently, actually, I've been playing Severed on the PS Vita. I imagine there's like 2 people that have played that game.
Oh my God, on the Vita? Did you just say the Vita?
On the Vita, bro, yes. I've been...
My mans. That's so funny. My Vita is actually right there, and I was actually, funny fact, not to cut you off, but like, I was looking up like Mega Man Legends, and I was like, man, I wonder if Mega Man Legends is on Vita. And fun fact, if anybody didn't know, it is on the Vita. So
it is
really cool.
Yeah, I think it says like a PSP classic, right? Or is it PS1 classic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's a PS1 classic.
Okay.
But I was just curious because, like, you know, one of the topics that we're gonna get into has a game coming, and it's a franchise that I haven't touched in a while. And I was like, man, there's a certain one that I've always wanted to play, didn't play it, but now I might get back into it. But that's cool. Speaking of that. Cool. Is that it? Anything else? You playing that? I mean, I was trying to set you up for like, you know, maybe Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic Origins. I mean, yeah, bro.
I was hoping you pick up, James. You know, I know we have it's been a minute, but you know, I was just hoping.
I mean, bro, I already beat that game, dude. I'm too quick, bro. I mean,
all right. I mean, you may have done a video, so I was just like,
that's fair.
Right.
Oh yeah. There's the review on the channel. The review, you know, appreciate the support on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I probably will play the PS4 version of the game because I already platinum PS5 because I got it like that, Jared. I don't know if you were aware.
Oh, damn.
So I'm gonna be platinuming the PS4 version ASAP.
There you go. All right. Well, good for you, man. Speaking of platinuming, let's go ahead and jump into our first story with only 2 stories. But the first one is a pretty big one, and that is God of War Ragnarok updates. We have a bunch of them, and we're getting this from Tom Henderson over at Exputer. So basically, we're gonna jump into this. According to Tom, it was understood that God of War Ragnarok, the game's supposed to have a detailed update, was supposed to be planned to release on June 30th. I was hyped for it. A bunch of people were getting hyped for it. Like last week was supposed to be a pretty huge week, which ended with a bunch of us scratching our heads like, yo, what the hell happened? But essentially, something changed up into the day right before basically June 29th, where they didn't actually do the big announcement in the big update for God of War Ragnarok. Pretty much Sony was supposed to be announcing the release date for the game in addition to a bunch of collector's editions. It's also believed that the original contents of the plan, what was going to be a PlayStation blog apparently, again, it consisted of those collector's edition details, a release date, and basically the assurance that the game is doing well in development and the gameplay of the game is going to be shown off at a later date, which I'm assuming maybe is like the PlayStation Showcase event, but we'll get into that. Basically, he's saying that it's unclear what caused the delay, but sources have suggested that both the blog post with the release date announcement and the accompanying video of the collector's editions are pretty much ready to go at any point. So like that stuff, it's there, it's up, like ready to be uploaded and broadcasted to everybody, but they're holding it for whatever reason. It's also like people are kind of speculating that it's perhaps maybe they changed their mind. Instead of just doing a blog post, they want to do a big state of play announcement for it. So that's the other part of that. I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to go ahead and pass over to you, James, just real quickly. I'm going to ask you a question of release date. What do you think the supposed release date could be for this game? Do you still feel like it could be this year? Do you think it's not going to be until 2023? I mean, Cory Barlog, right, one of the game's directors, my man's just going off on a tirade on Twitter, and he's trolling everybody.
He is.
And so I'm just curious, your thoughts, man. Your thoughts on the release for God of War Ragnarok before we get into this next part.
The first game, did that come out in 2018? Am I right on that? Was it 20?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
yes, you are.
Yeah, so it has been a few bit of years, right? So it definitely very well could potentially come out this year. If it doesn't, I'm not upset because, bro, like, God of War Ragnarok is like one of those games where like it's gonna come out. I'm like, it has to do something awful, and I mean something terrible for me to hate it or dislike it, right? I know I'm gonna love that game, so they can take as much time as they need with it. And I know for a fact if it's not coming out this year, it's definitely coming out next year, hopefully early next year. But I imagine, yeah, early next year, the latest. But I still think that potentially it could be this year. But again, if they were ready this year, why wouldn't they announce it on the 30th, right? So it is a little alarming, but maybe they have something bigger planned. But you know, if we got a little more time to get ready to jump on those collector's editions, you know, I'll take it, Jared. I'll take it, because we all know how bad that can be. These websites can't handle it, bro. They can't hang. They cannot hang.
They can't. Listen, I just to jump off of that, you know, I tried to even attempt the Xenoblade Chronicles special thing.
Same, bro.
I gave up. It wasn't working.
I have it.
So, did you get it?
I did not, bro. I did not.
Okay, I was just checking. Yeah, no, you make a good point, because they do stuff like that, and it's like almost impossible if you're not like just spamming that website link. But real quick, my take on it is that I want to say it's gonna definitely come out this year, and I only said it because Cory Barlog and like even some of his staff, like I think it was like Bruno Velasquez, one of the they're like another big component of the team. I wish I could remember specifically, but there's a bunch of people on that team who are just like, oh, it's coming this year, and even Cory just said himself, he's like, oh, like it's not delayed. Like he's responding to people and literally saying that. So I think I'm more on the idea of that it definitely is going to be coming this year. But with that, we'll go into the next part of the rest of this news here. We'll go into the details of potentially what is going to be the God of War Ragnarok Collector's Editions, one of which is going to feature a 1-to-1 scale replica of Thor's Mjolnir hammer, with 2 editions being named the Collector's Edition, which is that one, and then the Jotnar Edition. And the Jotnar Edition comes with just the hammer in the game, while the Collector's Edition comes with other pieces such as badges, a map of the world, and they're just saying a bunch more stuff. Now, to add to the story, according to Jason Schreier, he additionally confirmed that after talking to multiple sources, that there was indeed supposed to be a planned release date / pre-order announcement that was on that June 30th date, but also he's not sure why the last second delay of it, but he also continues to say that the game is, as he aware, is still on track for a November, James. He's specifying, right, a well-known reporter is specifying a November release, and that the buzz around the game that he's hearing is that it's going to be absolutely freaking huge. So I'm going to pass it back over to you. And we talked about the release date, but I'm just curious, you know, that information about the Collector's Edition, does that scream to you? Does that make you want to get it? The fact that you might have the Mjolnir hammer? I mean, that obviously kind of like hints to the fact that like, yo, Thor is going to have a huge part in this game. But go ahead, just curious, are you going to get it? You think you'll cop it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know which edition I'll get. Like when it came to Final Fantasy VII Remake, I got the big daddy edition with like Cloud running on the motorcycle. I never like set that up yet, but I do have that. Yeah, and what was cool about that is I actually got that game a day earlier, because that was like through Square Enix's site, so that was pretty neat. Nice. I guess because they did it with The Last of Us Part 1, right? They had that on Sony's website. It seems like that's what these companies are starting to do. They're putting them on their own websites, these like collector's editions. So I imagine Sony's gonna do something similar. But for me, bro, I'm a sucker for the steel bookcases. That's really all I want from this. All the other stuff is kind of just like an added bonus. But yeah, I really just want that steel bookcase.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't really go for too many collector's editions things. Like I'm not too big on those things, only for some games. This would definitely be a game where I would definitely attempt it, but like we just talked about before, dude, that thing that goes crazy. That clicking on the website and like spamming the checkout button and it doesn't go through, that drives me nuts. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll definitely give it a shot too, because Thor's Mjolnir hammer, that just sounds like a dope thing to have. And what's cool is that like the design is completely different from like the Marvel's Avengers one. So I'm definitely gonna give that a shot. But November, Jason Schreier specifically says November. So I'm just curious, do you think it would hit November if it hits this year? Does that sound like, you know, a little bit of a on point?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember like, I don't think it was last year, but November was around the time that Miles Morales came out, right? Just like holiday season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was definitely holiday season. So like, yeah, like November, December is when it came out for sure.
So I mean, in terms of that, like I feel like that's a good time to aim for, just because, you know, I'm getting that holiday sale. But of course, at the end of the day, I just want this game to be like ready as it can be. So November is fine, fair. But you know, that would be in line with the holiday stuff. So.
Yeah, and just the last thing to add to that is it's pretty funny because, you know, November was supposed to be the big one for Starfield. So how funny, I don't know, James, but I think it'd be how funny if this game releases on the same day of Starfield was supposed to release, which was November 11, 2022. So we're definitely going to keep that as a prayer, because I just think that would be pretty funny. And I love to see the internet go nuts for that. But November seems like a pretty good date. I think that's a good time, right before Black Friday, right before the big holiday season. I think it was so crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're going to go ahead and jump now into the next bit, and that is Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase Mini Cap. I don't know why I added so many minis in there, but that is what it is. So the information we're getting is right from Nintendo's official site. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to quickly just kind of go over a bunch of the announcements there, since we didn't really kind of talk about this yet on a direct channel. So we're going to jump down. Some of these games we've seen before. Some of them are kind of new ones, ones that are making me so freaking excited to see coming, but we'll go ahead and jump into this. James, you can cut me off at any
100%.
moment. If anything,
I might cut you off right now.
You know, I didn't even get to the list yet, but let's get into the list. The first one was Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I'll be honest, I feel like we've seen so much of this already from like so many, last like events and everything like that. I just feel like I've seen this everywhere, so I'm good with that one. Sunbreak, it's definitely coming. There's a demo out. Anybody who wants to give it a shot, go try out that demo. That's a thing. Next one, maybe James, I see you with this one. Nier Automata, The End of Yorha Edition. Also comes with limited edition Switch exclusive in-game apparel for some of the characters. Is that pretty dope to you? Are you excited for that one?
It's very cool. Am I gonna pick it up again? Maybe at like a heavy discount, because at this point I already have the game. But
yeah,
I think they're adding skins.
It's been out like everywhere.
Yeah, they're adding skins from the mobile game Reincarnation, which is cool. That's a nice touch. But in terms of,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's that and some other stuff I believe, but that's what I was seeing. But in terms of like additional content, like playable content, we're not getting any of that. It's just purely cosmetic, which is fine. But Nier fans know, at least for Automata, that the Steam version is very bad in terms of performance. Like it sucks.
Oh,
yeah, running.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. The Steam version is notoriously bad. The console version isn't as bad. So we'll see how good it runs on Switch. The game is old. I'm not old, but it's come out some time ago. I think it came out like 2017 or something like that. So it's been out for a good bit. So hopefully, since it's been out for a while, that the Switch can handle it. But we'll see what happens when it releases.
And also, I just want to say a shame on you to Square for being able to drop the Nier Automata, the End of Yorha Edition with all the extra content, and then do that to Kingdom Hearts with the whole collection.
That is pretty
very
wild.
Disappointed in you, Square, for that one, because that's pretty wild. And there's even more games that we're gonna get to where I'm just like, bro, that's crazy. But we'll jump into them. So next one, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, looks pretty cool. That was another game. Super Bomberman R2. I'm not a big Bomberman guy, but hey, that's coming if you're excited for that one. But this one right here is the one where I could shed a tear, but I'll be honest with you, James, I think I shed already enough tears on this one. But that was the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, which I'll go a little bit more in detail with this one. The collection features 10 games, including the alternate versions. It was Mega Man Battle Network, Battle Network 2, Battle Network 3, Blue and White version, Battle Network 4, Red Sun and Blue Moon, Battle Network 5, Team Proto Man and Team Colonel, and then Mega Man Battle Network 6, Cybeast, Gregor, and then Falser. And with it, there's special features included with the collection that includes a high-resolution filter, art gallery, and a music player. So James, I have to ask, and this is going to be dependent on how you respond to this here, but tell me you've played the Mega Man Battle collection, or not the collection, but just the Mega Man Battle Network games.
So my relationship with Mega Man is a series that I've always been like catching up with, and that is the case with this collection. Like every time they've been pumping out these collections, I've just been like, oh, this is awesome. This is my first time that I get to play these games, because Mega Man is, I've always heard the music, I've always seen the game, but I'm like, this is an iconic, like classic video game character. I want to experience the series to like its fullest. So I played all the classic games. Actually, the only ones I didn't beat were like, I think 9 and 10. And then X, I just played X, played a little bit of X2, and I played all the Zero games except the ZX ones. But Mega Man is great, man. But yeah, I never played these games. I know Toon Rami.
So you didn't play the Battle Network games.
I never touched them, man. I never touched them. I didn't get it on Game Boy, bro. I didn't get I was more of a dude. I wasn't aware.
Sorry.
I wasn't aware, bro.
Sorry. Go ahead, you can keep going.
Yeah, I apologize to Toon Rami, but I know Toon was probably busted. He was probably very excited.
I think a lot of 5'9" people were pretty nuts.
Yeah.
They were pretty nuts on this.
No, I'm very excited to try these games out. I didn't realize that there was that many games. I thought it was only like 4. But
this isn't even all of them.
Yeah.
This is just I think this is just the GBA games.
That's what I hear.
Like you're missing the GameCube, you're missing the DS ones. Like,
really?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Network transmission. Did you watch the show? I mean, James.
No, bro, I did not. I did not.
My God. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, dude, now you have a reason, right?
Yeah.
This was made for people like you.
That's right,
so
dude.
like, to finally, right, check it
Youngins
out,
like me.
learn what the hell this is, and which is a good thing because, hopefully if this sells well, we get more. That's usually how this works, right? That's business. So hopefully this sells well. I'm pretty excited.
I mean, bro,
I would
I'm
say
gonna interrupt you, but they, like after the collections,
Go ahead, yeah.
like the classic games, they made Mega Man 11, right? So I'm not trying to get your hopes up, Jared, but like, bro, I'm just saying that's a possibility, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, let's just put it this way: the Switch community, I will say this, are pretty dope, and they do buy a lot of these ports. And so I would love for them. I want everybody to be buying these ports.
100%.
But what's cool is I shouldn't even say Switch community. That's a big freaking lie. Not only just the Switch community, this is coming to PlayStation, which is huge. It's also I'm not even gonna say. I want to say PC. I think it's PC, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. But I can say it is coming on PlayStation 2. So that's a pretty big one, as these were normally only on Nintendo devices. So to see this move over to like at least PlayStation is pretty big. This is cool. I haven't decided yet where I'm gonna buy it yet. Just curious. If you buy it, do you think you're gonna buy it?
PlayStation.
Oh, you can buy PlayStation. Okay, yeah.
I need those trophies.
I think I am too.
I need those trophies.
Yeah, that's why. It just takes me back to the fact that like I think Nintendo need I keep saying it, but Nintendo needs like an achievement system, some type of
They have
trophy
like the
system of their own,
gold
but
coins or the platinum coins, like when you purchase stuff. But it's not the same.
No, let's not get into that. But yeah, I think I'm with you with the fact that like I want those trophies too. So yeah, this is cool. I'm very happy to see this. Especially them adding a high resolution filter, right? Kind of helps some of that graininess from the classic GPA games, hurt your eyeballs a little bit. Yeah. So it's cool to see them, even doing stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably the biggest announcement that I am excited for out of this whole collection. But we're gonna go ahead and just keep reading more down here. PacMan World Repackage dropping. We have Blanc coming. Return to Monkey Island was also shown off at the event here.
Went way past Pac-Man way too quickly, bro. Like, first of all, that's Pac-Man, dude.
Who?
That's Pac-Man. Actually, I played the.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a Pac. Are you Pac-Man?
I was a really big fan of the Pac-Man World games, bro. I actually played the first one.
Okay.
It was really dope.
Ahead.
I don't know if I beat it because I was a dumb little kid, but the second one is goated. So if they continue, and like if they remaster the second one, I would actually crap my pants, Jared. Like right now, I'd crap my pants, like on the video. But
is it fun? Like what?
So
are these like they're like platformers?
So
right?
World
like
One is like it's a 2D, 3D platformer that makes sense. Like you can move like in different directions, but you're it top down like 2D. It's not like full 3D platforming, but 2 and onward is more traditional like 3D, like Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64. Those are 3D platformers. But I think 2 was the best one in my opinion. But I'm definitely excited to play the first one again. It's cool that they're remastering it. I feel like I mean, there's probably some people that are asking for it, but I feel like for Mega Man, people have been like begging. So it's cool that Pac-Man fans are feasting as well.
Yeah, I didn't know there was Pac-Man fans out there.
That's
but
wild,
you're right. There are. At least the 3D. This is like the 3D Pac-Man. I guess 2D. You said 2D, 3D. So like I guess like around there. No, yeah, that's true. That's facts. Cool for the Pac-Man people. Good for you guys. You guys got something. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Blanc is the other game that was announced. Return to Monkey Island. This one I'm pretty excited for. As someone who played the first two, oh my god, like, back in the day, I remember being a kid on like PCs when they were like the Apple ones from like daycare and school, man. Like that's how far back I'm going.
I wasn't born yet.
But they used to have like the OG ones. You're right. You're born a couple years after me. That's right. But back in the day, man, they had these on the PCs. Back in the day, bro. But what's cool is Return to Monkey Island is going to be a console launch first on Nintendo Switch, which is a pretty cool get for Nintendo, and dropping on PC as well. So that's pretty cool to see that. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I think this is one that a bunch of us were expecting to kind of see. So of course we saw.
I want Rayman, bro. I want Rayman. Let's move on. But Rayman, where is he?
Nah, bro, that's not Ubisoft anymore. We've moved past that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What was the last Rayman game we got?
Dude, it was Rayman Legends, bro. It was Rayman Legends.
Yes. What the hell did I get Adventures from?
Maybe the mobile game, but yeah, Legends. No. Legends and Origins was so great, bro. And I think the creator of Rayman has since left Ubisoft, so I don't know what the hell is happening. So.
Oh, maybe that's why. I don't know. They're probably afraid to, not touch that. Well, Mario Rabbids is there, man. So there you go. You got that instead of Rayman. That's coming out in October of 2022, so get excited for that. Next up, Little Noah, Scion of Paradise. That looks pretty cool. There was Railgrade, RPG Time, The Legend of Wright, This one. I know this one. You have to give me something on this one. That is Sonic Frontiers. I'll be honest. I mean, of course, the clip that we all saw, I didn't think looked too bad on Switch. But then again, you know, I don't know how much of that is, you know, legit or not. But basically, we got a new trailer for Sonic Frontiers that introduced a new zone that players can enter called cyberspace. And in there, you're going to be presented with the franchise's more traditional speed platforming experience that's going to allow you to earn keys for progression by completing challenges. So I'm not sure if you know about that already, but I imagine you do. So I'm just curious, you know.
This guy, bro.
I know you're eyeballing this game probably harder than most. You know, I might have mentioned that this is probably the first Sonic game in a long time that I think I'm like really interested in. It's been a while since I've been interested into a Sonic game, so I think as far as the last Sonic game that I really played was like maybe Sonic 06.
You weren't interested in Sonic Origins after my review?
You know, I'm not much of the old school, you know, 2D Sonic games. I'm more of the 3D, right? I dig more of. I'm more of the adventure, right? Adventure.
You know, totally fair. I'm more of an adventure guy myself, so that's totally fair.
So I'm more of that. So this feels more on the grounds of like that, right? In Sonic 06. So, curious, your thoughts? Cyberspace, this new thing.
It definitely looks
hype.
It definitely looks great. I mean, what people were complaining about with the area, I forget what it's called. Star something island. Starfall. Yeah. People were complaining about it looking too realistic, and Sonic just looks like he was dropped there, which I totally get. It's definitely a drastic change. So like these new zones are definitely going to be for those people that want to explore more traditional Sonic styled zones, like Green Hill. Like we saw some like Green Hill-esque like areas. So it's definitely more traditional Sonic here. So it's nice that we're getting a mix. So we're getting what people are used to and getting a mix of the new, which is cool. Frontiers is trying a lot of new things, and one of my friends asked me, like, off of seeing this trailer, like, genuinely asked me if, like, they're trying the Sonic movie approach. Some people, like, are into this conspiracy, or, like, they intentionally made Sonic design bad to get buzz about the movie. So when they redesigned it, more people would go out to see the movie with the redesign. So people, like my friend asked me if they botched or made Frontiers look so bad in these IGN previews on purpose, so there would be all this buzz about it, so people would be more interested in the game, and then when they see these trailers, like, oh, Frontiers actually isn't so bad, let me actually pick it up. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Jared, but it's very strange. I mean, the marketing has been very all over the place.
Listen, if there's a franchise that could use some crazy freaking marketing like that, it'd probably be Sonic, right? I mean, if they're trying to take their attempt at another 3D Sonic game to this capacity, that would be a way to like get people to look at it. Because look at me, if I was a target audience to be like, yo, screw Sonic, you got me, because now I'm looking at this game almost every day I see it on Twitter. So if anything, if that's the case, James, you could let your buddy know that is genius tactics. That is genius levels of marketing right there. And so that could be the case, but who knows? Maybe. Yeah. But I will say, just back to what they showed off in the trailer here from the Direct Mini, the cyberspace thing is a really cool way, I think, to kind of give more to the OG fans, right, who just want to see like those more OG levels and everything. So I think it's cool that they kind of did that, and it kind of fits the whole like Sonic theme, because I know Sonic, you know, at least from what I remember, right, if you're trying to get the Chaos Emeralds, even sometimes the classic games, right, it was kind of like a separate thing where you try to like go get it, collect them and everything. So if this is something of that degree, like that's a pretty cool way of doing it. That's what's been kind of it sticks with it. So
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's what's kind of been disappointing about the recent Sonic games, is that the Chaos Emeralds, they're not really like something that's challenging to collect. They're kind of just like the Supersonic transformation you kind of just get at the end, or you just get it for being the game, like, oh cool, you could turn it in, like in the Supersonic. Like, it's not really a story element, it's just either not in the game at all, or it's just like a cool little unlockable. So apparently in this game, the Chaos Emeralds are tied to the story heavily, and Sonic's like looking for his friends. They actually reveal a little bit of the story in here too. I did not expect to see Sonic Frontiers at all. Like, bro, when you put like the word mini in front of direct, like I'm thinking sleeper, Jared. Like I'm thinking like I'm not checking this out. I mean, but this was a banger. Like we're not even done yet.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. This was something, I'll be honest, personally, I felt like this would be something to showcase here. I mean, when I kept thinking, like you said, right, mini, direct, like sleeper, like what are we gonna expect from this? For me, it's like, oh well, right now, Sonic Frontiers, right? That's a pretty big game. That's probably, we know it's coming out every platform, I think, pretty much, right? Even Stadia. So it's like, you know, I imagine this would be a game that they're probably gonna show there. So for me, this was peak of what we were gonna see at this, you know, Nintendo Direct. So the fact that they had this and then they showed something new for it, yeah, definitely. But hey, there's bigger stuff to come, bro, because we're gonna get into it. You know why? Because next up, maybe not this one for everybody, but Disney's Dreamlight Valley, that was also announced and shown off for big Disney fans. This one I'm pretty excited for. This is coming out in July. I'm really hyped. Live Alive is dropping. Also, they announced a new demo that is currently available that gives you basically three chapters for 3 of the protagonists, basically 1 per character, and all that stuff carries over to the full game. I tried it out for 2 of the characters. Oh, dude, so good. Anybody who's a JRPG fan, you really got to check these out, because this is just one of those like HD2D games where like I get mesmerized by the freaking beauty of like the pixel animation and everything. But it's also just really good, a really good and interesting kind of story so far that I've seen from just the chapter alone for the 3 characters. So definitely go and check that out. But yeah, I don't know, James, you're kind of into JRPGs a little bit, so you might dabble.
Yeah,
you know?
It's definitely on my radar for sure.
There you go. Next one is, I'm gonna butcher this name, Doraemon Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom. That's another one if you're interested.
Actually,
Did I
think so.
All right, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna butcher that, but hey, if you say it, that means it must be good. We also gotta look at Minecraft Legends, Dragon Quest Treasures for the Dragon Quest fans, Captain Velvet Meteor: The Jump Dimensions. We got the Portal Companion Collection, which I feel like was announced a while ago, but it came back finally, and I think it's finally coming out. Harvestella, which looked pretty interesting. This was like a game that reminded me of, I think it was like Harvest Moon. So this is a cool Square Enix take on it. These are always like pretty cool farming simulator games. If you play like, I think Stardew Valley was. Or Stardew Valley, sorry, yeah.
Come on,
if you play
bro.
like that. So, hey. But yeah, if you're into that, it's kind of like a mix between that and like JRPG. So, you know, Square doing their thing. And then the big finale, which is the one that I think a lot of us kind of expected, just because of the recent Xbox event, but it happened, and that is Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale. Like, it is actually coming to Switch. It's a pretty big thing. So I'm gonna pass it off to you, James, because I think you played some of the Persona games, or you played one of them.
Yeah.
I know I just played Persona 5 Royale. That was my first one ever, and I gotta say I freaking loved it. And so to see it come to Switch, because I did not know that this was not on Switch previously, so it's a pretty big thing for it to come on Switch. But not just that, it's coming on Switch, but native and not cloud-based, which is absolutely insane. But just curious, your thoughts? Are you pretty excited about this?
I'm just gonna say,
you gonna get it?
I'm just gonna say this joke has never been said before on social media ever. Persona fans can finally play Persona now. It's no, but dude, no, it's very exciting for sure, because as much, you know, I'm a PlayStation guy, you're a PlayStation guy, and as cool it is to have like Persona like held on PlayStation devices, like of course I want people to experience the games because they're really great games. I actually started with Persona 4 Golden, and then I went into 5, and then I eventually played Royal. I never played 3, so I'm actually really excited to give 3 a try when it eventually makes its way over to PlayStation. But I mean, it'll be cool to play portably as well. I would also like them to, I don't know if they will, but there's another version of 3. I think it's called like FES or something like that. It's kind of like the Royal version and the Golden version of 3. And like portable, I feel like doesn't have some of those things that are in FES from what I understand. But it has a new protagonist. You can play as a female protagonist instead of the male protagonist. And I think the story is slightly altered because of that. But don't take my word for it.
I didn't know any of that, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the Persona games are fantastic. The music is phenomenal. The characters are very memorable, and the combat is great. In terms of age, obviously Royal is going to be like the best game. It's going to feel the best, but 4 and 3 I imagine are still still really good games.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hear a lot of people love 4. I'll be honest, 4, I haven't heard too much about 3, and maybe it's just my friend group hasn't gone that far down. But I'm sure obviously if 3's included, it's got to be a good one. Plus you've mentioned it, excuse me, just now, so I'm pretty hopeful it's gonna be great. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Just my only thing to add to that is that I'm pretty excited. The fact that we're getting Persona 5 Royal dropping this year, for Switch, and pretty much like every platform doesn't have it already. I think it's Xbox at this point, and I think Steam is getting it, or PC. And the rest will drop in next year in 2023, and that's for like I think even PlayStation and Xbox. So just as a reminder for that announcement. But yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So everybody was extremely hyped about that. Man. I think some might argue that was the best thing announced at this Nintendo Mini Direct, but I would argue and say that Mega Man Battle Network Collection is right up there.
I mean, for some people, that announcement was worthy for a regular Direct. The Persona stuff, because people have been asking for that for years, dude. Like literally since Joker was included in Smash, people have wanted Persona 5 for Switch. So I know people have been asking that, like begging for that for years. So I'm really happy for those people that were able to play Persona on Switch. From what I understand, Persona 5, it's going to be locked at the original frame rate, which was 30 for Switch. So it's not going to be at 60 like the upgraded versions for Xbox and PlayStation. That's going to be at 60, but for Switch, I believe it's going to be at 30. But regardless, I mean, it's still cool that you'll be able to play Persona on the go.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you real quick. This Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, out of 5, what would you give it?
Dude, like personally, I'd have to give it a 5. Of course, I'm not interested in every single.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, bro. I mean, most minis,
it's pretty stacked.
Like my expectations are low, Jared. My expectations are like to the floor when it comes to minis. Like maybe it's like one thing I'm excited, but it was like bam, 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 like at least 6 things I was hyped for, or like 7 things I was interested in. So I feel like they really killed it with, and that like from this point onward, I'm not gonna like sleep on mini directs. Like I'm gonna tune in. Like before, I didn't give a single crap about the mini directs, but now I'm gonna tune in. I don't know about you, bro.
So I feel like I should give it a 5 out of 5 because when I'm looking back at this list here, and I know they pretty much, established that this is a partner, right? This is a partner showcase. In the means of a partner showcase, this is probably definitely like a 5 out of 5. This is an insane lineup for a partner showcase or a mini direct showcase.
Too, I feel like.
But I would say, man, I would have loved to have been like, I would say like a 4 out of 5 just because I really wish to see some like first party stuff. But they put it out there. Hey, this is a partner showcase. So in that vein, I think I'd have to agree with you that like, for a partner showcase, I don't think a lot of us expected to see something like this. And we've kind of mentioned it earlier, right? That like, the past ones of these are like, oh, okay, there's like maybe 1 or 2 I'm excited about. But looking back at this is pretty stacked. I mean, I love Nier. I think we said we both like Nier, right? I mean, Monster Hunter's pretty cool. Mega Man Battle Network Collection. You said PacMan, right? Return to Monkey Island, that's pretty big. Sonic Frontiers. Live Alive, we're pretty hyped about. And then all 3 Persona games. That alone, right? But the mixture of everything else that is here, that is pretty stacked when I think about it. So, I'll agree in that vein of a partner showcase. It up there, 5 out of 5. That's insane. Good quality. Just like shout out to like I said it in a tweet. I was like, shout out to Nintendo for giving a partner showcase, which is like just third parties, and then PlayStation did similar with their state of play, with nothing but third parties, but just banger announcements and banger reveals. So for just third party stuff alone, that's really, really good. So props to them for doing that. All right, with that, no more stories. But before we go, just keep an eye out for some of these upcoming games that are dropping very, very, very soon. First one is Arcade-ageddon, which is going to be a part of the new PS Plus for July, which that drops July 5th on PS Plus, right? With Crash Bandicoot 4, I'm trying to remember the other game, Man of Medan, I think that's what it was. Those are the 3 games, just as a heads up for your PlayStation Plus for July. Arcade-ageddon will be a part of that. And also the Klonoa Fantasy Revere series is also dropping for those of you that are fans of that. Yeah, is how you say it? Klonoa? Klonoa?
Yeah.
Klonoa?
Klonoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Never played it, but it seems like James is saying it's pretty hype. So that's dropping as well. That is on July 8th.
Dope.
And that is across all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Okay. Yes, sir. You pretty hyped for that?
Yeah. No, I actually forgot about that. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pre-order that after we get off.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for today's episode for Party Chat. Be sure to give us your thoughts on these stories and any others we didn't cover down below. I'm Jared, and again, we were joined with, thank you for hanging out, dude, James, a.k.a. Ironcane, and we will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
Peace.